Did you hear either of these songs last night at your bad dinner outing?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we got to get that.
All right, so I wanted to see the Monday Night Football game in a bar. So there's this great steakhouse here, and I was going to sit at the bar, watch the first half, and then watch the second half in the hotel. And I went there to get a burger. It's a great steakhouse. I'm not gonna bury it completely, but people could figure out Seattle, great steakhouse, okay?
Right.
So I sit down at the bar, I order a burger, which was just phenomenal.
Oh, great.
Great burger.
Off to a good start.
Right. It was $25. So
Well, you got per diem, man, right?
yes, I wasn't complaining about the price of the burger. So then the bartender comes. I ask for the check, and he leans over. He goes, "There's a 20% service charge that we add to the check." I said, "Oh, cool. So that's a tip, right?" He goes, "No, that's not the tip. It's just the charge of getting the food to the table, cooking the food, whatever." I said, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "Isn't that the rules of engagement on the price of the burger?" He goes, "Yeah, that's the way they do it. 20%, 100% of it goes to the restaurant, not to the servers." I said, "You got to be out of your mind." I said, shouldn't you be telling me this before you give me the bill? Before I order? I mean, 20% for nothing? I mean, I could go to a supermarket and get a chop meat and make a burger for myself. I mean, if you charge $25 for a burger, shouldn't the price include cooking it and bringing it to me?
Yeah.
I got to tell you, and you know it's really messed up for? The waiters.
Right. Because my first inclination, well, I'm not going to leave a tip. And I go, well, that's
Exactly.
not fair. So I did leave the tip. But think about it. They're getting 20% on top. Rather than do that and insult people, why don't you just jack up the price of the food by 20%? Doesn't that make more sense? I'd rather be robbed without knowing I'm being robbed than to be robbed at gunpoint.
I want to know what the price is. There should be any hidden fees getting a meal.
And it should be on the menu, too. And then you walk around Seattle, right? Seattle, one of my favorite towns. I mean, all the storefronts are empty downtown. Everything's gone. So there's one restaurant that exists. You're going to, really stiff people like that? The downtown Seattle is empty. Empty. There's a Nordstrom and a lot of, boarded up stores. So it has not recovered, I guess, from COVID or whatever, but just 20% service fee to bring me the food. I thought that was part of the rules of engagement.
I guess not. They're making new rules.
We are getting to a point. I listened to an episode of The Daily recently. They did an episode all about tipping and what happened with tipping, how it's gotten so out of control. And they essentially broke it down, Michael, that tipping has completely went off the rails because of the combination of technology that allows for it and COVID. So we had this period where people were so grateful when you went to go pick up food. You remember that?
Yep.
When you were and you'd go to a restaurant and you'd be so grateful to the people that were at the restaurant handing you the food. I don't know about you guys. I never tipped for takeout prior to COVID.
And now it's the
that
thing,
was never
you have to do it.
And then it trickled down. That feeling now has trickled down everywhere to the point where you go to the airport, you go to Michael's favorite shopping establishment, Hudson News.
Love it.
And you buy yourself a $7 Dasani water, and they turn the screen around so you can tip on the water.
And I don't do it.
It's
same thing.
and
I walked into a Starbucks yesterday, ordered an iced tea, and it comes up and it has tip $1, $2, $3. Are you kidding me? To make an iced tea?
And again, you know what that's doing? It's just alleviating the big businesses from paying their employees more money. They can get if they can squeeze more money for their employees from the people who come in there, and we feel awkward now because it says it and the person's staring at us. Well, then they can give raises less frequently.
Well, I just thought of a really smart thing for all three of us. So we get paid a salary to do the radio show. So we should tell the people that pay us, okay, that's just for us actually showing up and doing the show. But for us to speak, you should have to pay us a service fee. There's a 20% service fee that we actually speak.
I like it. Let's do it.
You know what? Michael, it's a great time for you and I to try to get after that.
The timing is actually perfect.
It's very good. Include
we
that
can bring
on
that up right now.
Yeah.